Hey guys, BunBun here. Sorry for the late upload. I was feeling lazy again today, because that's just a part of pregnancy. Slept until about 11 today, and then kind of ate, watched some Netflix, fell back asleep around like 2 or 3, woke up at like 6:30. My mom and I took a nap, went out to eat, and then we went to the grocery store, got a couple things, and got home a little bit ago and kind of organized my temporary room for a little bit, and now here I am. I am getting ready to watch some YouTube videos. Woot woot. Yeah, so wanted to give a quick update. So yesterday I went to my OB doctor, which is basically called Healthy Beginnings. I met with a social worker and kind of went over some plans for baby in the future, as far as like if I had a plan for health insurance and like pediatricians and stuff. But that stuff I don't have to worry about right now. I can worry about it like further down the line. Also, scary freaking thing that happened. The midwife that I saw, you know, she gave like the pap smear, and then she wanted to listen to the baby's heartbeat. She couldn't find the baby's heartbeat for like a solid 2 freaking minutes. We both were scared. I was looking up at the ceiling like, oh my god. God, don't do this to me. Like, I was literally so scared, and she was like, gave me a look too, and she's like, when was the last time you had an ultrasound done? And I was like, last week. And she kind of moved over to like my right side a little bit. She just moved to this sweet spot, and she finally found it. So we both had like a big sigh of relief. Baby's heart rate was at 163, so that's good. Very active baby. Kind of wanted to elaborate a little bit on the diabetes aspect. For those who have gestational diabetes in pregnancy, basically my endocrinologist, my diabetes doctor, for fasting, which means like morning blood sugar, he wants me between 60 and 95, and then he wants me to test an hour after each meal, and basically the goal blood sugars are between 100 and 130. So anything less than 140 basically. Let me just say my blood sugars have not been perfect. What I'm struggling with is to stay within range. I'm having a lot of lows, and I'm kind of like spiking up high. So I'm seeing a nutritionist, as I stated before in another video. Basically, they want me to eat 15 to 30 grams of carbs at breakfast and have 15 grams of carbs for a snack if I'm that hungry, and then 30 to 60 grams of carbs for lunch and dinner. They want me to have more protein, because proteins basically help the blood sugar kind of stay put, and not like elevate too much. But yeah, so we're it's still a work in progress, but like the hormones and stuff, it has me going all over the place. Yesterday was less than perfect. I spiked up to 300, but that's because the local fair is in town. I wanted a burger, and then I wanted some ice cream with sprinkles. I indulged. Sorry. But yeah, they don't expect you to be perfect, but you really have to be careful, because too much sugar for the baby makes the baby, it's basically a bad version of Miracle-Gro. The baby becomes bigger, and that makes complications for giving birth and all that stuff. And in the when the baby's born, basically it's like living off of all the sugar and stuff, and then once you kind of cut everything off, once the baby's out, it has a hard time making its own sugar. So it has a lot of lows, and then it just creates a lot of complications. And then if your blood sugar is constantly low, hi Olive, hi cutie pie. If the blood sugar is constantly low, God, I'm drawing a blank right now, but either or, it's bad. You need to stay within levels. So anyone with gestational diabetes, it's very important to stay within range. Follow it's not a diet, but diet plan. Basically, they want you to, as far as proteins go, I'm sorry, I'm like kind of all over the place, but trying to think of everything. Like, my vlogs are kind of bad. But I want to kind of elaborate a little bit because I haven't been, and I need to do a better job at it. But, yeah. Eating, like, cheese. Cheese is a good protein source, and, at breakfast, the carbohydrate count, it's not that high, and I say that I'm kind of hungry afterwards. You're really kind of limited because everything basically has carbs in it. And so like, oh yeah, just eat like a egg or two. Like, that's a really good thing. Anything with peanut butter or like dairy or anything like that. If you're vegan or a vegetarian, like, why? I'm sorry. But like, eating a well-balanced diet, I think you need everything from each food group. If you have a plan for like substitutions for meats and dairies and all that stuff, all the more power to you. I'm not very educated in all that stuff, so if you have like substitutes, go right on ahead. Just be careful you don't want like processed stuff. I guess you wouldn't eat processed stuff if you're like vegan or something like that, but yeah. If any of you are vegan and you know like all the nutritional stuff, like, I'm more than willing to like, you know, find out about that. I'm not interested in becoming one, but it's definitely interesting to know. I'm such a foodie and I love food, so it's interesting to me. I love learning new things about food. So yeah. Sorry, I'm like, my brain's like all over. I also wanted to say, like, I struggle with depression and anxiety, and I was given the okay to take my antidepressants again, which is awesome. I'm feeling a lot better than what I have been because, to be quite truthful, for a while there I wasn't feeling that ecstatic about being pregnant, and it just didn't feel real to me. Basically, up until I had my first ultrasound and hearing the baby's heartbeat and like watching it move around, like, that's when it kind of became real to me. Everything was just written down on paper, and I was like, yeah, no. Like, I don't believe it. I'm a skeptic unless I see it and hear it and whatever. So, yeah, that's kind of how I was. But symptoms-wise, another scary moment is, like, every time I take a shower, I constantly feel like I'm going to pass out. I just need to sit right then and there. If I don't even care if I have soap in my hair or on my body, I just plop down and I just sit. I like run out of breath, and it's so scary. And I'm not anemic or anything. That actually came back like negative. So I brought that up to my doctor, and they said, oh, that's common. And I'm like, well, what if that happens to me while I'm driving? That's not good. Like, I don't know if that's just like, I don't know if it happens to people who are not high risk, or if it just happens, like, maybe that happens to like a lot of normal people too, but they haven't told me that I should be on bed rest or anything yet. I don't live a very active lifestyle as is. Like, I'm home all day and I watch TV. I'm like laying down in my bed most of the time, so I don't know. I take walks sometimes, though. Like I said, the local fair's in town, so yeah, I walk around there. But then again, if I'm gonna be dizzy and stuff, I really have to be careful. And keeping an extra eye on my blood sugars too. That's very, very important, that I don't like drop over and pass out somewhere. But yeah, I think that's all I needed to go. There's not really much. I am 12 weeks now, so I guess I'm in my second trimester. My baby app didn't say how big the baby is. Last week I know it was the size of a fig, so not much bigger than that, I don't think. But everything's, you know, good. Feeling more positive, so that's good. But yeah, I organized my room today a little bit too, so I like cleaned up everything, and I now have a stand for my TV and PlayStation, and like everything's kind of cleaned up temporarily at my mom's and stuff. She wants to find a new place. Tyler and I would like to find a new place to live. Everything's just a big stressful kind of thing, so hopefully it sorts itself out, but feeling pretty good now. I usually feel pretty good after I like clean and organize stuff, so that's a plus. But yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or whatever, if you have like concerns or whatever, like just let me know. Like let me know in the comments. I'll be sharing to all my social media, so you can get a hold of me on there too if you have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Get a hold of me. Let me know. I'd love to answer your questions. So depending on how personal it is, I will get back to you right away, or I will wait till next week in the next video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will speak to you next week. See ya!